Says I'm live. There we go. All right, I'm live. This is Randy Carvin in Kirksville, Missouri, and this is Rant and Randy's Rant for the 30th day of March 2021. All right, I've been watching more than Grace has. She finds it very difficult watching some of the footage in the it appears to be calling of their own witnesses, cross examination by the defense. And I think that is not going well for them. Uh, I'll have more on that on the Wednesday Facebook show. But I found it particularly uh, watching the witnesses where the defense is now claiming they distracted Chauvin and the other officers. That's the biggest load of bullshit, and they know it. Uh, it's ridiculous. And while I've got him down, I don't want to miss an opportunity to beat up on McConnell. All right. I just wanted to, there's some things I want to cover at the end about people are being hacked now uh, for various reasons. Uh, and I'll get into that. This is for my Republican friends. How much do you care about other people? Do you care enough to help us all get through the pandemic? We can do that together, brothers and sisters. More will die and more will get sick. And I would like to ask something of the age groups 30 to 39 and 40 to 49 uh, that are holding back on getting the vaccine. I want to ask them, do you want to take a chance on getting long haulers? And most of us out here know what long haulers is. Long haulers is a very slow recovery from COVID 19, brain fog, fever, no taste, uh, and no sense of smell. And that's what you're taking a chance on if you want to get it. You'll probably survive it. Uh, but you could end up like other people have, even children have had this, where they run a fever for 9 months after they've had COVID 19. Uh, and let's quit making it political. It has nothing to do with damn politics. We're talking about a pandemic, it's not a hoax. And with the variants around, we have hope. Look, this Friday, I just got a call from Adair County Health Department. Grace and I get our second dose of Moderna this Friday at 2 p.m. And what a weight will be lifted off our shoulders by making sure that in another 2 weeks after that, we cannot catch COVID. We're not giving COVID to anybody, but I'm still going to wear my mask. I'm still going to social distance and keep going through it until Dr. Fauci or Joe Biden tell me that we don't have to do that anymore. Because I want to see us get through this. Uh, and suddenly Republicans are concerned about minors at the border. Different president, same problem, but they're outraged at the problem. All Biden's problems is what they're claiming. Conditions are now different. We have a pandemic. The other guy like the visual of ripping children from their parents and not having a clue after I believe it was Alex Azar said, oh, definitely. They had a way to keep up with these children and their parents. They didn't. They lied about it. All right. As you can tell, I'm having trouble with dry skin from sanitizing my hands constantly. Let's see. All right. Now I go to the next subject. What we learned yesterday, 9 minutes and 29 seconds that the knee stayed on his neck. As he died, he told them something like 20 times he couldn't breathe. Chauvin kept that knee on George Floyd's neck. The mixed martial artist was saying that uh, in the video itself, you could tell he was twisting his foot around, digging that knee deeper and deeper into George Floyd's neck. And they want to blame it on witnesses that had him distracted. He was looking right at the witnesses with that smirk on his face and his hand in his pocket that helped him apply that knee even harder to the neck. Um, the defense attorney, Eric Nelson, blamed Floyd's health and distraction of the police of the growing crowd. Uh-huh. A subdued man prone on the ground with three policemen on his back and neck and legs, hands cuffed behind him. The visual of that was really, really hard to watch that 9 minutes and 29 seconds. Grace left the room. Next on to Dr. Birch. Comes out and tells it straight. So the farmer trashes her and Dr. Fauci, and he lies again. Everybody knows he was downplaying it. He didn't like what they were saying, and they were not allowed to follow the science. Next, we come to voting rights. Lindsay. Biden is playing the race card. Where have we heard that? That seems like it goes out all the way back to 2008. Anything that was said, you're playing the race card. Hey, dumbass, we heard 8 years of that bullshit uh, in the poll GOP or GQP. You don't have anything new. And they don't. They don't have a damn thing to work with. Let me say hello to Sue and to Ann that are out there in the blue room. Uh, and let's look at what they've done. They were hollering 12 years ago about health care. Did they ever come up with a plan? Hell no, because they don't have one. Their plan is don't get sick. And they had absolutely nothing, nada, on health care. Just don't get sick. Then you won't have a problem. All right. And I want my Republicans friend, no one is saying that all Republicans are racist. Uh, just your leaders of the GOP. And remember what Lindsay said that you can be a black person in South Carolina if you're a conservative. Clutch those pearls, baby. We remember shit like that. And finally, the ship that was stuck in the Suez Canal, which cost hundreds of thousands of dollars, where every day it was stuck, and the ships that they have nowadays are about 3 times larger than they were when that canal was built. Hopefully, another one won't get stuck in there. Let's see what I got here. Oh, this was an interesting story last night on Don Lemon, and talk about symbolism. The portrait behind Governor Kemp signing the voter restriction bill, uh, and they interviewed a lady last night uh, whose descendant, or I mean, ancestors worked as slaves on that plantation, and she had been to that plantation. But to see that behind 6 white men and the governor signing that bill, and the portrait is over his shoulder. No, that's not racist at all, is it? Uh, Several civil rights and voting rights groups are filing lawsuits challenging Georgia's restrictive new voting law. All right. And that's about all I've got today. I wanted to make it a quick one because I wanted to talk more about we all have to watch out for people trying to hack your friends list and then set their selves up as being you. A friend of mine that I went to school with, his account got hacked. It was a dead giveaway though when I looked into the friend request. It said he was born in 1983, and it also said he lived in Chicago, Illinois. Another dead giveaway. So don't fall for it. I would suggest everybody do what I do. I require at least 10 to 15 mutuals before I will even consider friendship. Now, that varies. If it's a music friend, I'm not requiring that much. Usually, I'll just check with the whatever friends are listed. Just make sure that they follow music and that's what they're up to. But in other cases, we have to be extra careful now. I don't know whether it's Russians or Russian bots or just Russians, or some of the people are just out there. For instance, a recent one that I allowed to follow and I got rid of her yesterday uh, is just out there trying to follow me to see if she can meet some men. And that's what became apparent in my Facebook. So uh, I blocked her. We don't need that. Blue Dot family is at these meetings, talking to each other in the blue room and in the chat, getting to know each other and staying on our mission. Change will come, but there are some things that we're going to have to do to help that change along. Number one, uh, in Georgia, UPS, Coca Cola, uh, Home Depot, and or I mean, I already named that. But these companies need to be boycotted. I'm even thinking about calling Home Depot. We have a Menards right across the street from Home Depot. People of Kirksville, stop using uh, Home Depot. Simple as that. You can go to Menards and get any damn thing that you can get at Home Depot. That way, we need to make them feel economic pressure put on them. This is what fascism is about. That's why these companies, in my books, they are fascist because they're going to say that that's a good law in Georgia. No, it's not. And everybody knows it. But the fascists in our country, corporations, are going to follow whatever the Republican Party wants to do. That's why they have paid them money. That's why they have lobbyists with them, where they can get their way. It doesn't matter, apparently, to companies like Coca Cola, and that's a hard one for me because I grew up in Coca Cola Town. And I have loved that product since I was a little kid. That's one of the first words on a billboard that I could read was Coca Cola. But I am going to give it up until they change their way. Uh, and I think I about covered it. Oh, I wanted to update people on that's one place, and that we do not shop. We do not shop at Hobby Lobby. I've never been in their building. They've probably been here now for about 5 years or more, and we do not even go in the doorway. I used to have to ring bells outside of it, but I have never been anywhere in that store and don't intend to. I don't like their views on women, so Grace and I don't use that store at all. Well, I can't agree on that, being from Atlanta, Georgia, and but I'll be replacing them with probably a Pepsi product until Coca Cola comes around to its good senses, because they don't seem to realize the people of this country can bring down any company they want to with boycotts. And of course, the other side is going to say, "You're just silly. You're just silly doing that." And yet they do the same thing if they think they can gain anything about it. Holy shit. Let's beat McConnell a little more, close this one down. Uh, Also wanted to update people on our renting here situation. Finally got a call back from Green City Apartments. They have a waiting list. The only good thing about them is the amount of rent at both Feld's Arms here in town and Green City is it depends on your income as to how much it costs a month, but they have a waiting list at both, and that's the only apartments here available uh, at the time. Now there's one coming up in May, but I copied the phone number off the sign yesterday and called it, and Verizon said it's not a working number. So now I'm going to go back and double check myself on that phone number and perhaps stay on the line to let them know that that apartment is a quadplex. And the quadplex has got that phone number out there. I've seen it before when they had an apartment come available. So I'm going to try to get to the bottom of that, but there would be, uh, other than maybe they would accept a voucher. We're still going to get on that waiting list. Everything is a waiting list here. If you don't have a lot of money, uh, more or less, Grace and I are stuck here until we can find something else. We were really hoping there happens to be two apartments at Green City, and that's only about 8 miles away. So tomorrow we're going to have a look, and they've got a box outside the office that we can get an application and get on that waiting list. It's a Dropbox situation. So that's about all I got. Uh, oh, Delta Airlines. Thank you, Carol. Uh, I ought to know that. That's the only airline that I ever rode on was Delta. Uh, Back when a buddy of mine was uh, going back to see his family and he decided to carry me along. That was in 1970, I think it was. Uh, I've got some funny stories about that, but that's not why we're here. Well, thank you, Wilma. Uh, I just get out here and run my mouth and uh, urge people to become a part of the Blue Dot family. All of us are in here fighting for our freedoms, uh, and we can do that just like I, I believe we made a big difference in the 2020 election, a part of the 81 million people that voted for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And we can do it in 22 and we can do it in 24. Hopefully, we can get HR 1, SR 1 in the Senate, and SR, I believe it's going to be 4, passed. I don't give a damn what we have to do to the filibuster, because this man is not in charge anymore, and he's going to find it out. All right, I'll let you go. Go down, like, and share. If you're new here, subscribe. Just keep in mind, I'm not going to let you advertise anything on my YouTube channel. It's my YouTube channel. All right. Have a good one. I'll see you at the meeting later on. I'm looking forward to it, as I always do. Uh, have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow on Facebook around 6 p.m. Uh, like, share this shit. Bye bye now.